Nigeria loses up to 90 billion annually due to gender inequality, which prevents women from contributing fully to the economy. This is not just something we whipped up. It's statistics by the McKinsey Global Institute. You know, when they do the modeling, they show to us that inclusion is actually smart economics. Inclusion is smart economics. We can never get out of the economic quagmire unless we actually implement what we call inclusion. Achieving gender parity in Nigeria could increase the nation's GDP by up to 19%. Exclusion of youth from governance and workforce could cost the economy up to $500 billion annually. And then inaccessibility for PWDs result in a 7% annual GDP loss due to untapped potential. That is statistic by the World Bank. So Parliament holds the ace to development. Parliament holds the ace to development through gender equity and social inclusion. Now we're saying that the 10th Assembly can truly write its name in gold by leveraging its legislative and oversight powers. The new NAS Justice Strategy is a transformative framework, a blueprint for fostering equitable representation, inclusive decision-making, and accountability in parliamentary operations. I'm going to go to the next slide. We talked about the guiding principles. They include non-discrimination, inclusivity, transparency and accountability, capacity building, sustainability, partnership, and collaboration. So what is the goal? Because these are the things we're going to validate, right? The key elements. What is the goal of this document, the Gender Equity and Social Inclusion Strategy? It is to create an inclusive legislative environment that upholds equity, diversity, and accessibility, ensuring meaningful representation and participation of marginalized groups in the legislative process. So we're not just talking about women alone, we're talking about all marginalized groups, including PWDs, including young people. We have 5 objectives, and we have priority actions that have been proposed for those objectives. And then on the last column, we have responsible parties. I will leave the responsible parties alone. When you see the document, you'll get it. But let's listen to the objective. The first objective is promote equitable representation of women, youth, and persons with disabilities in all parliamentary processes and structures, including leadership positions and committee operations. Now, what are the priority actions aligned with the first objective? Number 1, advocate for legislative amendments to establish quotas for underrepresented groups. The second one, initiate capacity building programs to prepare women, youth, and PWDs for leadership roles. Then we have implement tracking systems to monitor progress in representation across parliamentary structures. Second objective, ensure that all laws, policies, regulations, and budgets, very important, and budgets passed by the National Assembly are aligned with local, regional, and international justice standards and the SDGs, which means if the Federal Ministry of Health submits a budget to the National Assembly, there should be a checklist with which you review that budget before you approve it. And that's why we say Parliament holds the ace, because you have the power of the purse.